Hi everyone, and welcome to today's live General IELTS class. My name is Adrian, and I'm broadcasting to you live from beautiful Budapest, capital city of Hungary. And today we are looking at IELTS general reading, an example from our books and strategy. As usual, our materials come from our websites, gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. That's gieltshelp.com or generalieltshelp.com. And for academic IELTS, visit us at aehelp.com and join our full courses there. That's academicenglishhelp.com. We will use the General IELTS website today for some of this reading. The websites look like this. General IELTS website with the green background. Hit that big red button. Join that full course. Do yourself a favor. And if you're studying for academic IELTS, go to this website here with the blue background. Click that big red button and learn the right strategies to get high band scores. All right. If you have questions, email me. My name, Adrian, at gieltshelp.com. So Adrian at gieltshelp.com. And you can check out our Academic English Help YouTube channel for academic IELTS lessons. That's 15 to 16 o'clock Central European Time every day. These lessons are 13:30 to 14:30 Central European Time, Wednesday to Saturday. Hi, Marwadi. Hi, Eugene. Hi, Abhi Jaswal. Hi, Roja Rai. Good to see students joining in. All right, today again, general reading. Tomorrow we'll look at a task 2 essay question. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're releasing some HD videos. No classes on those days. And then back again on Wednesday with speaking part 3. You can always check the schedule at the beginning of these classes. All right. So we're going to start off with a Section 2 reading passage. Section 2 for General IELTS has 2 passages. Each one is about a page long, and it's usually some kind of a brochure, a pamphlet, notes from a meeting, an information bulletin, instruction manual. So usually some short one-page text. This one here, it's Manchester City University. So this is an information pamphlet about Manchester City University for those of you who are planning to study in university in the UK or Canada. This is great exercise for you. Here we go. So first, all I'm going to do is just play the audio for the reading. Our websites have audio for reading as well. So we'll just play the audio and let you read along with the audio just to get your mind kind of warmed up and moving. Okay? All right. Jafar, send me an email, okay? Today is IELTS reading. I can't really go off topic and start talking about speaking suddenly, but if you send me an email, I'll be happy to answer that question, okay? We'll get into some 1 or 2 word answers called deep later in today's lesson, so pay attention. All right, so I'm going to hop over to our General IELTS website. At the top of the page, you can see it tells you where to look for the audio. So it says Reading Audio, CD5, track 7 here. So I hop over to the General IELTS website, jump into my student account by clicking that button at the top. Once I'm in my student account, then I can open up the audio CDs, which was the tab that I just popped open there. And then this will be CD number 5 because it's test number 5, and will be track 7 because it's after all of the listening audio. So students, here I'm just going to play the audio, read with the reader, the British reader, and focus on intonation, enunciation. Don't worry about the questions just yet. I'm going to play this through my microphone. So if it's quiet on your end, then make sure to turn up the volume on your side. It's maximum on my side. Okay, here we go.
Battery, 70%.
Manchester City University. Welcome to our open day at Manchester City University. Your next 3 years at MCU will be filled with hard work, the rewards that come from learning, and a whole lot of fun. While we are thrilled you are here visiting, there is only so much we can show you in the few hours on campus. To supplement your visit, we have created this brochure that outlines many more of the great features and benefits of studying with us at MCU. First, let's look at some stats. MCU students, 3,900. MCU staff, 210. Student to staff ratio, approximately 19:1, the best ratio of any English university. Placement rate, 78%. Student satisfaction, 96%. As you can see, we have a lot to offer here. Our university is small, but that means our students get the attention they need to succeed at university and in life. Here are a few of the wonderful programs and services we offer here at MCU. 1. Student Learning and Tutoring Center. Open to all students free of charge, our Learning Center will give you extra help in whatever subject is giving you trouble, from calculus to English, philosophy to anthropology, and everything in between. We have you covered. We also feature a dedicated team of tutors for our English as a second language students. 2. Student Counselling Office. We take the mental health of our students and staff very seriously, and we encourage students to talk openly and honestly about their mental health. Counsellors are available 7 days a week. 3. Work placement programs. These programs, available in many of our degree programs, place students in a workplace situation in their field of study for a semester in their 3rd year of study. This gives students incredible real-world experience and contacts in the field in which they want to pursue a career. 4. Work and study grants. For students in their 2nd and 3rd years, MCU offers a limited number of work and study grants in which students are given placements within the university, assisting professors in research. These grants are given based on demonstrated ability as well as financial need. Outline for meeting.
Okay, students, so that is a typical kind of passage for the general IELTS section 1 or section 2 of the reading. All right, hopefully it wasn't too difficult for many of you. Again, this is a university information brochure, okay? So we've read this. Let's take a look at the questions now. Here we go. So, going back to what one of the students were asking earlier, write no more than 2 words and or a number. So the type of question here is complete the sentences. It's a sentence completion. And here you write no more than 2 words and or a number, okay? So that means it can be 1 word for the answer, it can be 2 words for the answer, it can be 1 word and a number for the answer, okay? That's about it for this type. They do count words like the and so articles the or prepositions in, at, on. Those are counted as a word, so careful with that, okay? All right, let's read these questions. Complete the sentences below. You should read before the passage, okay? So read questions that have information which is in the passage. So let's make notes of some strategies here for this type of question. Okay, so strategy for complete sentence questions. Okay, number 1, read these before you read the passage. As the information is all in the passage. Okay, it's somewhere located in the passage. Pay careful attention to the instructions. If it's one word only, then make sure you don't have two-word answers, okay? If it's two words, it's a good chance that some answers will require at least 2 words or a word and a number, all right? So pay careful attention to the instructions. Also, really importantly, pay attention to the part of speech for the missing word. Is it a noun, an adjective, an adverb, a verb? Okay, it won't be all of them, and you can tell from the context. So is it a noun, a verb, an adjective? Look carefully at the context and surrounding words. I'll show you what I mean. So let's take a look at this one here, students. The brochure is meant to something, the students' visit to the university open day. Okay, so looking at is meant to, here with the preposition to, that helps. What do you think is the part of speech? What kind of word is missing from number 15? Okay, what do you think is missing from number 15? Elise says it's most likely a verb. Yeah, the preposition gives us that, right? So it's most likely a verb that's missing. Good, I would agree with that. Yeah, Erdem agrees as well. The university has about something times as many students as staff. So about has, the university has this. What do you think this is? What part of speech? So number 16. Okay, so it's probably not an adjective. It's probably some kind of quantity and probably some kind of a noun. Yeah. So noun, maybe adjective. Okay, if you think adjective, that's fine. And some kind of quantity. Okay, because of the word times, we know that it's going to be some kind of a quantity. Good. So don't just think verb or adjective noun, but also think what kind of verb might be missing there, or what kind of noun, sorry, what kind of adjective might be missing there. So Ali says some kind of a quantity, and that's good. Okay, 17. Though the university is not big, students get the something they need for success. Okay, so here we have the article the, so this has to be what? This must be what? There's only one possible form of speech there. It has to be a noun. Okay. All right. Now, once you go through, you identify that. That gives you a guarantee that you have the right answer. Also, use your logic. Often for these kinds of questions, you don't need to go back and check the text, okay? You should be able to answer some of these without having to read again. So keep that in mind, all right? Let me give you a couple more strategies for this filling in the blanks or completing the sentences to keep in mind. And it's important to be confident, all right? So here we go. A couple more important tips. All right, so 4, use your logic and have confidence in your answers. If the word makes sense, it is likely correct. Do not search the text for every answer. Okay? So here we go. I'll show you what I mean. So the brochure is meant to something the students visit to the university's open day. What do you think is the missing word? If you had to guess, if it was a game of chance and you have to guess, what do you think this would be? Okay, what do you think? Is meant to do what? Right, Kyber? No worries, you're in here now. So what do you think is the missing word here? Okay, there's no wrong answer here. Just take a guess. Whatever you think. Same thing for the next one. The university has about something times as many students as staff. Okay, so Farhan says brief or help. Sure, maybe one of those words works. Anybody remember this number? We'll leave that one. Obviously, that has to be somewhere in the text. Though the university is not big, students get the something they need for success. What do you think is the missing word in this line here for number 17? Okay, so let's just go one at a time here. It'll make sense, and you'll see how effectively you can solve these questions in just a moment. Yep, this is general IELTS. Nguyen Van, absolutely. Academic IELTS will be at Academic English Help, okay? So, though the university is not big, students get the space they need for success. I don't know about that. What do you need for success? You need a hammer, a screwdriver, a spatula. It's an expression. If you're familiar with this expression in English, then you'll get this answer no problem. My guess would be, let's see if anybody gets it before I give it to you. My guess, the expression is you have the right tools for success. Okay? But good try, Asif, with attention, and Farhan, space is a logical word as well. All right. So here's another really interesting strategy. Let's say that you don't know this, okay? So you don't know this expression's tools for success. That's fine. Don't worry. I don't expect you to know that. And here you're not sure. You're like, well, I don't know what this is, brief or help. So let's take that out. Okay, well, this one here, like we said, it has to be quantitative. It's a number. So the university has about something times as many students as staff. Okay. And I have to go back and look at the text for this information. Then let's do that. Let's go back to the text. Here it is. And where do I get that answer? So how many more students are there than teachers or staff? So where do I get this numerical information from? Hugh Nguyen Van, yes, absolutely. AEhelp.com is all about academic IELTS help. An academic English help channel, or YouTube channel, is just for academic. So go there. Okay. All right. So again, let's get back here to the question. Where do I get this information from? How many more students than teachers at this university? Where is that information located? Hopefully most of you are thinking right now, well, Adrian, don't get all crazy on us. It's right in front of you. It's right in the middle of the screen. 19:1. It's the student to staff ratio. That's right, Sevgi Rabia. Sevgi Rabia said it at the same time as I did. Said, hey, look at the student to staff ratio. A ratio is a multiplication equation, basically. So student to staff ratio, approximately 19:1. The best ratio of any English university. So it means there are 19 students for every teacher, so there are 19 times as many students as staff. Sorry, I should say staff, not teachers. Okay, so here we know that the correct answer is 19. Now, this is what I call the frame of reference. So it's your reference point. So the university has about 19... Be specific, don't say 20, okay? Has about 19 times as many students as staff. Please don't write the word 19, just use the number 19 because it is much less likely that you're going to make a mistake or a spelling mistake with this. So now I know this answer. I'm sure that this answer is correct, okay? And I should be able to get this, all right? So now knowing this answer, I can figure out this answer and I can figure out this answer because these types of questions are in order of the passage. So that means that number 15 is before number 16 in the passage and number 17 is after number 16 in the passage. So this has to come from after 16. This has to come from before 16. Okay? So the brochure is meant to the student's visit to the university. That should be somewhere right in the beginning, that information. So let's take a look at it. All right. So don't go right to the beginning. You can see it says, welcome to Manchester University. All right. And here we can see that we have created this brochure. There's the word. Careful with just searching for words. It doesn't always work. In this case, we're lucky. We have created this brochure that outlines many more of the great features and benefits of studying with us at MCU. Okay? To supplement your visit, we have created this brochure. Make sure you read the full sentence. Start from here and finish here. Okay? So what is the correct answer for this question? Let's go back. The brochure is meant to something the student's visit to the university open day. What is it meant to do? It has to be a verb, right? We agreed that the missing word here is verb. So when you say benefits, Erdem, it can't be correct, right? Because benefits is not a verb. It has to be a verb. Outlines is not correct either. Amar Wadi has the right answer. Okay? It's meant to supplement. Okay? So it's meant to supplement the visit. Okay? Supplement is the correct word. We know that this is 19 here. Okay, we've gotten that one. Supplement means to give extra help or to give extra information. If it's a new word for you, you should immediately add this to your vocabulary list. It's a common word in English. It's very useful. Add it to your vocabulary list and practice remembering and using the word later on. Okay, so supplement is the correct word there. Now again, number 17. Though the university is not big, students get the something they need for success should come after this 19. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we go after the 19, so we start here. As you can see, we have a lot to offer. Our university is small, but that means our students get the attention they need to succeed in university and in life. Here are a few of the wonderful programs and services we have to offer. So what's the correct answer for number 17, based on knowing the word form that's missing and looking at this sentence? All right, very good. Simran, Farhan, Sevgi, excellent. Attention. Yeah, absolutely. So the word here is, though the university is not big, students get the attention they need for university success. Okay, great. 18, for English as a second language students, there are something tutors. All right. If I have to search, then I can search for English as a second language or search for the word ESL, right, which is the acronym for that. So here we go. Here we can see English as a second language. It's great. All right. And what do they have? So we also feature a dedicated team of tutors for English as second language students. Okay, so I found this second language students, and now I found the sentence that it's in, so I should identify the answer. What is the answer? Okay, what is the answer here? Simran says team, but I would be a little bit careful here. Ali says dedicated. Okay, let's see if anybody comes up with, there we go. Nair Sultana says, well, it has to be a dedicated team. Okay, so the answer is probably dedicated team, not just team of tutors, but a dedicated team of tutors. Okay, so here for this question, let's take a look. For English as a second language students, there are dedicated team of tutors. Is that correct? Is this correct? So for English as a second language students, there are dedicated team of tutors. So Sevgi says no, because it's 3 words. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't make sense. So if I say there are dedicated team tutors, that's incorrect English. There has to be the word of here, okay? But it's 3 words, so I know it's an incorrect answer. So then I realized that the correct answer has to be what a couple of you mentioned before, where it's just dedicated, okay? So for English as a second language students, there are dedicated tutors. Here is the noun. This is the adjective that's missing from this sentence. And I know that it cannot be team of because it's 2 words only, okay? Very good. So Asif, Pachu, good for you for paying attention to the instructions. If it would say 3 words, okay, no more than 3 words, then you might be able to use dedicated team of, okay? But here it's just dedicated. Okay, let's go to number 19. So the something of students is looked after by the Student Council Office or Student Counseling Office. What is looked after by the Student Counseling Office? What would be a good guess here using your own English? So student counselors, what do they do? And obviously it's something connected to students or something belonging to students, right? So without searching, what would you guess here is the correct answer? What do counselors do? No. Yeah, okay, so that's a good answer there. Farhan Zaidi says it's the problems of students. The problems of students. Yeah, the problems of students might be okay. My guess, I would take it one step further, and I would say mental health. Okay, so let's say we don't know. Is it mental health or is it problems? Okay, maybe one of the two. If I have to search the text, what am I looking for? So what should I look for searching the text? And some of you are probably going, well, Adrian, look for student counseling after this information here. Okay, sure. So I'm going to look for this student counseling. What part of this sentence do you think might be paraphrased? Yeah, absolutely. Counseling office, Amar, is good to search for if you have to search. And what part of this sentence might be paraphrased? So there might be some grammar paraphrasing, but what else might be paraphrased in this sentence in the actual text? Meaning that it's going to appear differently in the text than it does in the question. Yeah, Amar Wadi says, look after. Okay, sure. So look after is a phrasal verb that has a single verb, okay, which can replace it, or some other ways to express it. Okay, look after. What's another way to say look after in English? I can say I will look after your children for the day, or I will look after your dog for the day. Or I can say what Amar Wadi and Sevgi Rabia are saying. I can say take care. Absolutely. So this is what you can search for because it's unlikely that it's paraphrased. So it's unlikely that it's stated in a different way. This, however, is likely stated in a different way. So pay attention to the likely paraphrasing of these sentences in the text. That's a very, very good piece of information to keep in mind for these types of questions. All right, let's take a look at that. Okay, let's look for Student Counseling Office. Here we go. It's very quickly available to us right here, Student Counseling Office. We take the mental health of our students and staff very seriously, and we encourage students to talk openly and honestly about their mental health. Counselors are available 7 days a week. So we don't see the word take care, but we do see the word we take the mental health of our staff and students very seriously. Now, the other hint for mental health is you have it appearing twice. You have it here and here. Anytime you see this repetition of a term, especially so close in proximity, you should be very, very careful, okay? Pachu, pay attention is also a good synonym for look after. Absolutely, okay? So here, it's a two-word answer. We need both the word mental and health. And that will be correct. Okay, so the mental health. Make sure you spell it correctly. Of students is looked after by the Student Counseling Office. Okay, number 20. Work placement programs gives students valuable something experience. Okay, so this will be some kind of an adjective, right? Again, if you had to guess, you're running out of time. You don't have time to search. What would you guess here? Valuable what? What kind of experience? Valuable. What adjective makes sense in this case? Rohini, if you have a question that's not connected to this reading, just send me an email and I'll help you out. Okay? I bet a few of you are thinking, well, think about the context. So work placement, you're in school and you have some kind of a practicum or some kind of an internship. That internship gives you valuable, not future experience because it's present, Bagzod, so it's current. I would say real world, okay? Real world experience. Real world, if there's a dash like this, that's just one word, okay? So this, for example, it's a different example here, but door to door, like a door-to-door salesman, this is considered as one word when you connect them with the dashes, okay? Door to door. So real world experience, sure. Or Farheen, very good, practical experience, practical, okay, coming from the word practice, okay, as an adjective. So practical experience also works. All right, this could be paraphrased, this could be paraphrased. This is what I'm searching for. So I'm searching for work placement. The other parts of it could easily be paraphrased. So if I have time and I can look, then great. So work placement programs are available. Place students in a workplace situation in the 3rd year. This gives students incredible real-world experience and contacts in the field in which they want to pursue a career. So here you have the words real world. They don't use the dash in between. That's okay. You can see it both ways in the language. So the answer is real world. You do not need to include the double quotation marks there, okay? So you don't need that. You just need real world in this case. It's fine, okay? So good. Real world it is. It's very commonly used, that expression or that word, real world, by the way. So one more question for this. Financial need and something are taken into account for work study grants. So financial need and what are taken? I'm not sure. Rekha says maybe research. Sure, financial need and research are. We know that it's a noun. Okay, sorry, I'll put the answer in here. So we can look for it. Work and study grants. This is what I'm searching for. Taken into account. This is what might be paraphrased. What does taken into account mean? So take into account is again an expression. It's a type of phrasal verb. What is one word to mean take into account? So what is one single word in English that means the same as take into account? Rekha, very good. Consider. Yeah, so take into account means to consider. Here it's past tense, so it's considered. You're right. Okay, so considered. Okay, so take into account, to consider. Very good. Good for you, Rekha. Yeah. It's not take action, some Atif. But good try. Okay, it means to consider. All right, well, let's take a look at that. Again, practice your phrasal verbs. It's a very important part of the English language. So this is the last piece of information here, work study grants. For students in their 2nd and 3rd years, MCU offers a limited number of work study grants in which students are given placements within the university, assisting professors in research. These grants are given based on demonstrated ability as well as financial need. So here, what is the answer? If we look at this, what is the answer? Farhan says it's demonstrated ability. Very good, Farhan. Yeah, it's demonstrated ability. What is the paraphrase of take into account? So instead of, so you're right, demonstrated ability, it's a good choice, it's the answer. And what is the paraphrase in the sentence for take into account? What does the author use instead of, so the author doesn't use consider, they use something else. Yeah, Farhan, very good, based on. So based on is the paraphrase. It means considering in this situation. So instead of take into account, it's based on. Very good. Now, you have to have demonstrated ability, okay, and financial need. Why? You can't just have ability. Okay, so if you write ability, you'll get this one wrong. So some students might say, well, I'm just going to put the word ability in there. But this is definitely wrong. Okay, why is it wrong? besides the fact that you need, so that you can have two words, why is only saying ability wrong? Can anybody tell me that? That's an important question, not just for this, but also for your writing. When you're doing writing task 1 or writing task 2, it's really good to remember this rule in English. There's some kind of a rule. It's not just that it's two words, Farheen, but why must we have two words here? So why do we have to have demonstrated ability? So we have to have these two words. Ali says because it's a collective. Yeah, Ali, you're on the right track. We can also call this parallel grammar. Okay, parallel grammar is an important rule in English. So if you're listing words or putting together two objects, and the first one is adjective noun, the second one has to be adjective noun as well. Okay, so financial need and demonstrated ability. It has to be adjective noun plus adjective noun. Okay, so if you have a list, then your grammar always has to be the same. That is very important for your task 2 thesis for some students that learn regularly in these classes. You'll remember that parallel grammar is very important. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, students, so that looks pretty good. Let's now here with these questions, it's not easy, but it's definitely easier because these go in the same order as the passage. So you can kind of use skimming and scanning for this type of question in general IELTS. It's the only question for the passage, and it's a short passage. So skimming and scanning can work for this type of question in general IELTS only because the passage is short and it's the only question. If it's academic IELTS, you have to be very careful. It will not be nearly as effective if you're trying to skim or scan for answers. Okay, I don't recommend doing that for academic IELTS. All right, students, so that's the university brochure. Now, here we go. We're going to do one more reading passage, less instructions from me, a little bit faster. And I'm not going to give you the answers. I'll just take the most popular answer from the chat, and then we'll check. Okay? Here we go. Simran, yes, we do, but usually on our academic IELTS channel because that's where you will see those more often. So here, students, my goal is to do this passage nice and smooth, nice and quick in about 10 minutes, just like in the real IELTS with some good strategy. Less from me, more from you, okay? So here we go. Next passage. Outline for meeting with investors, June 15th to 2017. So, okay, this is an agenda, a discussion that's happening with investors, so people who are going to put money into a company or into a project. Clearly, it will discuss most likely. So this is my critical thinking from the title. It will discuss maybe who the investors are, what the project or the company is, how much investment it needs, what it needs for investment, what it plans to do with that investment, and what the results or the expected results of the investment might be. So that's what I would guess looking at just this title, okay, without reading. Next step, I'm going to look at the questions, okay? So here it's short answer, no more than 2 words and or a number from the text for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 22 to 25 on your answer sheet. Short answer, the information is all in the text. So I'm going to read them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. How much funding does Future Co require over the next 6 months? So I'm paying attention for a number. How is the company going to address the goals they have failed to achieve? If the company gets the budget increase they want, what will be their new monthly budget? In their pitch to investors, what are they going to focus on concerning the end product? Okay, good. The last couple of questions, it's multiple choice. So I'm only paying attention to the question, not the answers. What is the best description of the company's general approach to the meeting? So what's the feeling? What is the overall emphasis of the article? So what is the article saying strongly? All right. Now I'm going to read the passage and answer the questions. Read with me, students, okay? So read with me. We're doing this together, all right? Future Code Developments has an upcoming meeting with our investors, Dunsmuir Investments, in 2 weeks. The following is an outline of what Future Co plans to address in this meeting. Number 1, the first order of business is the approval of the next 6 months funding from July to December 2016. Our current budget is £100,000 per month. So we need the approval of £600,000 in funding to continue our work. Second, we need to present our progress over the past 6 months. While we have not met our stated goals from last year, we have come very close, and we have exceeded our stated goals in other areas. Our tack in the meeting will be to emphasize the places where we have succeeded while attempting to downplay or minimize our missed goals. A goal or deadline that has not been met is not a failure. It is merely the company making sure that quality is not compromised in the name of putting out a product on time. Ethically, we feel this is reasonable justification, as this is indeed how we feel about our products and services. Third, we would like to address an increase in funding for the next period, i.e. the first half of 2018. We would like an increase in budget of 20%. This will allow us to hire more employees, which will increase our product output, and with that, our profitability. We feel there are a number of areas in which Future Co works suboptimally, and hiring just a few more employees in a few key areas would go a long way to optimizing workflow and maximizing profitability. Finally, we want the investors to approve our new project. In making our pitch to the investors, we need to emphasize the profit margin involved in the end product, the overall profitability of the product, and the opening in the market there is for such a product. Overall remarks: the emphasis when dealing with investors must always be on potential profit. Our overall approach should be firm, not rude or arrogant, but not submissive. We must defend our company and our products when they are called into doubt. This is our livelihood. Come prepared to the meeting. You all know your responsibilities. We are all counting on each other. All right, fantastic. Let's answer the questions together. So again, the answers say no more than 2 words and or a number from the text. How much funding does Future Co require over the next 6 months? So number 22, how much funding does Future Co require over the next 6 months? The answer is coming from here. You have a few seconds to answer. Okay, I'll take the most popular answer for each one of these. Don't be shy. Okay. So far we have 2 answers that are 600,000, although they look a little funny, but there's 2 600,000s. Yeah. All right. So let's look at the next one. So 600,000 seems to be the most popular answer. All right, how is the company going to address the goals they have failed to achieve? So how is the company going to address the goals they have failed to achieve? All right. the answer is coming from somewhere around here. I'll give you that much of a hint. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about that and give me an answer. Okay, so again, the question is, how is the company going to address the goals they have failed to achieve? 2 words and or a number. What are they going to state? Okay, give you a little bit more time. You should be fast, though. Remember, you don't have a lot of time. All right. If there's nobody answering for that one or taking a guess, we'll just move on to the next one. Again, I'll give you the answers at the end. But I want you to do this one. So instead of me, I want you to use some of the strategies. So the only answer for that one is Pachu. Pachu saying increase investment. All right. If the company gets the budget increase they want, what will be their new monthly budget? So if they get the budget increase that they want, what will be their new monthly budget? Okay, give you a little bit of help. The answer comes from somewhere around here. Okay, so somewhere around here. Now this is the 5th passage, so it is a little bit more difficult, but you shouldn't give up. Keep going. Okay, so if they get the budget increase that they want, what will be their new monthly budget? Rekha Rawat says 20%. What else do we have? Okay. So 20% is what you say. In their pitch to investors, what are they going to focus on concerning the end product? Okay, last one. So what are they going to focus on with the end product? Okay, in their pitch to the investors, what are they going to focus on concerning the end product? The answer comes from somewhere in here. Okay, I'll leave that there for about 10 seconds. And then try to figure it out. You don't have much time. We've been at this for a while now. Suresh says profit margin. Nair says defined company. Do we have any other popular opinions here? Rekha says profit margin. Okay. Simran agrees that it's profit margin. Okay, we don't have much time left for this passage, so let's get moving. Profit margin. All right, sure. Now, let's take a look at the last 2 multiple choice. Some of you already learned from me how to do this. So what is the best description of the company's general approach to the meeting? A, assertive but not overconfident. Firm but not assertive. Not submissive. Not rude or arrogant. Which one do you think is the best answer? I'll take the most popular one here. Assertive but not overconfident. Firm but not assertive. Not submissive. Not rude or arrogant. Okay, I have 3 D's so far and 1 A. I have 2 A's now and 3 D's. Anybody want to tip the scales? Oh, I have 4 A's now. Okay, so A's seem to be good. All right. Okay, so A seems to be the most popular answer. All right, and the last one. You can't search for this one, by the way, students. There is no searching. You have to understand the whole passage to get this answer. Number 27, what is the overall emphasis of the article? Optimizing workflow, profit and growth, a firm approach, increasing the budget. What is the overall emphasis of the article? So what is it mainly saying for this 27? Optimizing, let me try to bring that up there for you. So here. What is the overall emphasis? Optimizing workflow, profit and growth, a firm approach, increasing budget. Okay, I have different answers. I have B and C and B and B. So, okay, let's take C here. So, a firm approach. Okay, sure. Let me mark that for you. And I'll tell you how you did. Okay. Here we go. So, let's go back to these questions here. All right. Number 22. Wrong. How is the company going to address the goals they have failed to achieve? And this was the only answer given. It's wrong, but good try, put you for that one. If the company gets the budget increase, what will be their new monthly budget? You can't have a monthly budget of 20%. It doesn't make sense. It's wrong. Okay. Profit margin. That's correct. Okay, that last one, 25. All right, why is this one wrong? Because you need to show the money value, okay? You have to at least have the symbol pounds and a comma there. Then it would be a correct answer, okay? 600,000 pounds. We're talking about money, funding. You need to show value. So pounds, 600,000 pounds. That would be the correct answer, okay? How is the company going to address the goals they have failed to achieve? They will downplay them. Okay, so the answer is downplay. It's right here. Where is it? While attempting to downplay or minimize our missed goals. So they will downplay their missed goals. Okay, downplay or minimized was the correct answer for that question. Okay, the goals they failed to achieve was paraphrased as missed goals, so downplay. If the company gets a budget increase they want, what will their monthly budget be? Their monthly budget will be, and you need, again, pounds here, will be 120,000 pounds per month. Okay, why? Again, you can't just search for this one. You have to look carefully at the text. It says right here that our current budget is 100,000 pounds per month. Okay, so it says 100,000 pounds per month. So if we get a budget increase of 20%, 100,000 plus 20%, it's 20,000 pounds. So it's 120,000 pounds. Okay, makes sense, hopefully, for everybody. So this one should have been 120,000 pounds. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right. This one, assertive but not overconfident. I think that's good. A. And C, a firm approach. That seems to be correct as well. Yes, Ali, you do have to calculate it. Ali Al-Hadi has a good question. He says, do we have to actually calculate certain pieces of information on IELTS? Yes, not only in the reading, Ali, but sometimes in the listening as well. You have to use your brain and calculate it. IELTS is not just a test of English, it's a test of thinking, of logical, critical thinking as well, okay? So pay attention to that. Okay, students, that is all the time I have for class today for General IELTS. Again, remember, check us out on our websites, gieltshelp.com for general IELTS, aehelp.com for academic IELTS, okay? Keep it up. You can look back at this video again in about an hour and review the text, pay attention to the strategies. If you have questions, I saw that a few of you had some questions, send me an email, okay? I'll happily answer your inquiries. My email is adrian@gieltshelp.com. The websites, this is the general IELTS website. The homepage looks like this with the green background. Click that big red button to join. And the academic looks like this with the blue background. Click that big red button to join, okay? There's a lot of strategy and practice there to help you with this. Thank you so much, students, for watching. In 30 minutes, I will do a task 2 writing lesson, which is also valuable for general IELTS students, on our Academic English Help YouTube channel. So you can continue watching IELTS there. That's in 30 minutes from now. So it's at 3 o'clock Central European time. You're very welcome, Ali. You're very welcome, Farhan, Pachu. Good participation. Keep up the great work, students. You're all brilliant, beautiful people. Remember that, okay? Stay confident. We believe in you. You can do a great job. Bye for now.